In this video, I'm going to be talking about the similarities and differences between the sarcophaguses from the ancient Egyptian and the ancient Etruria era. Specifically, I'm going to be comparing the sarcophagus of the reclining couple and King Tut sarcophagus. The objective of the video is to explain the differences and similarities of these ancient eras just from their sarcophagus design because, first of all, they give a lot of meaning, and second of all, they best well explain their era's beliefs and the way they believed in life. I would like to start off with a brief description of both sarcophagi. King Tut's sarcophagus was found near Luxor, Egypt by Howard Carter, a British archaeologist and Egyptologist. He is actually well known because of finding the sarcophagus intact. The sarcophagus of the reclining couple, also known as the sarcophagus of spouses, is an anthropod, meaning human-shaped terracotta sarcophagus. It is found in an ancient Etruscan city of Seri, which is now Cerveteri, Italy. Now I want to explain the overall composition of both sarcophaguses and how they differ, starting off with King Tut's sarcophagus. The main difference is that King Tut's sarcophagus had 3 coffins nested within each other, and the fourth is the mummy, his actual body. On that note, the outer 2 coffins were made out of wood with gold coverings, whereas the third innermost coffin was made out of solid gold. The main pattern of the outside coffin is rishi, which is a feather pattern, and on the feathering are 2 engraved images of Isis and Nephthys. Which brings me to my next point, which is that Egyptian burial urns displays their deity's image, whereas the Etruscan one displays human images, which also shows their differences in belief. Moving on to the sarcophagus of the spouses, it was also common for the Etruscans to depict a scene in the sarcophagus, and in this case, it's a banqueting scene of a reclining couple on a couch eating and drinking. The use of human figures was influenced by Greek sculptures. A lot of detail was put into the couple displayed on the lid. Both figures have highly stylized hair with their own plaited, stylized braids. The woman's plaits are arranged so they hang down in front of each shoulder, and she wears a soft cap upon her head, and also wears shoes that have pointed toes, which are characteristically Etruscan style. And the male's braids hang neatly at the back, and his beard and the hair upon his head are abstracted without any interior detail. Also, both figures have elongated proportions that are common in the Archaic period in the Mediterranean. The complicated detailing of the Egyptian sarcophagus involves the color of blue beads and various flowers, berries, and fruits, which are wrapped around protective deities, on the second outermost coffin. On this layer, the Egyptian cloisonne work is involved, which is narrow strips of gold placed on edge, and which are soldered to the base to form cells in which the small pieces of colored glass fixed with cement were laid. The innermost coffin has the image of King Tut, which is oddly ethereal due to the decomposition of the calcite whites of the eyes. He is also shown holding the crook and veil, which are symbols of the king's right to rule, and also shows the social structure of the era. While the use of terracotta in ancient Etruria was displayed as high-level achievement and played a key role in the visual culture of archaic Etruria, in ancient Egypt, it was gold. Lastly, a big difference I would like to discuss is that the sarcophagus of King Tut was found deep down within an area with many rooms because of his royal status. The first room is the antechamber, which held household items for King Tut's voyage to eternity. The second room was the annex, which was the opening that led to the third room, which was the burial chamber, and is guarded by 2 black century statues that represents the royal ka and symbolizes the hope of rebirth. And as well, it contains Tut's sarcophagus, and the walls are painted with scenes of Tut in the afterworld. The burial chamber also contained 4 shrines made of wood covered in gold. And lastly, the 4th room is the treasury room, where a magnificent glided canopic shrine was found. Going on to the similarities, both were buried with valuables. To be more specific, King Tut was buried with statues, gold jewelry, chariots, model boats, canopic jars, chairs, and paintings. And the Etruscan was buried with many things, such as the ancient Greek red figure pottery, which was very valuable for them. Both obviously functioned as holders for cremated remains or organs. To finish off, I would like to reiterate the fact that you can learn many things from an ancient era by the structure and function of its sarcophagus. For instance, you can learn from King Tut's sarcophagus that those from that time had a strong belief of their god deities because of its constant images on the sarcophagus. And as for ancient Etruria, is that terracotta was a valuable substance because a majority of the sarcophagi were made from it. I hope that you conclude this video with a better understanding of the overall structure of these two types of sarcophagi and how it made a difference in our society today of how we understand the ancient eras.